Look at what's happening with Brazil, where the president of Brazil yesterday at the United Nations stood up and said, I've canceled my trip to Washington, D.C. to meet with the U.S. government because they're spying on us. Who's the poster child of that? It's Rand Paul. These are poster child moments, and this one is going to be something that affects absolutely everybody clearly by 2016. Now, the question is, will the press be in such disarray and will it be so discredited by 2016? And will somebody be standing in the place? You know, the Blaze is still, that's still a roll of the dice. We're still a growing entity. A lot of stuff can happen. A lot of regulation can come down the pike. Whether or not you really continue to call your cable company, whether or not we get on more cable companies. I don't know.
Well, yeah, look at this is a great example. If the Blaze and other people are trying to do the same thing, if those efforts work, like the Blazes, and in 4 years you will have an equal voice to say all the things that are going wrong with the president's healthcare system. If it stays the way it is now, in 4 years, what you will have is the press promoting the view that, right, yes, this healthcare system has its problems, but the problem is there's not enough money.
Right. There's not enough
Republicans. Money.
Republicans stood in the way of X, Y, and Z, and that's the only reason why it didn't work.
And then the American people will be fooled yet again. The dummy vote will be sucked into that argument.
That's why, I know this is a hard case to make, but I don't care if it's me or somebody else that you read or you believe in. I would ask you, and I know times are tough. I know times are tough. And I know what your health care alone is costing you or about to cost you. And I know we're living in uncertain times. But if you are reading somebody or watching somebody and they need your support, do support them. If you read The Blaze, I personally think, play the cut that the president said at the UN about us currently not being an imperial nation. This is incredible. From a president to say, currently, it is, world is more stable. A few years ago, I
think it's toward the end. It's toward the end of the...
Do you have it?
It's interesting because, and what we're looking for here as they pull the clip up is the distinction he makes. It's not that how we would say that the United States is not an empire builder. It's not an imperial nation. He uses the word currently.
Okay, 249.
Very specifically here.
Cut for 249. Listen to this.
The notion of American empire may be useful propaganda, but it isn't borne out by America's current policy or by public opinion.
Current policies.
It's not borne out by current policies. Certainly
now,
it's borne out by our past policies.
Okay. Now, who has he said? Wow. Remember, I've said just the other day, war is a chance to redefine everything, including enemies. We're already redefining the enemies in Al-Qaeda. Go to theblaze.com or glennbeck.com and find the story. I showed it last night. The Blaze broke it yesterday. Picture of an Al-Qaeda known terrorist standing next to a guy with a rocket launcher in a U.S. aid tent. It's one of the most incredible things you've ever seen. We are currently redefining the enemies. We're saying that those enemies are not really our enemies. They're not really our enemies. We're kind of working with them. Yesterday, the president at the UN tried to have lunch, and tried to shake the hand of the new president of Iran. He was rebuffed by the president of Iran. It goes the other way, guys. The president had an opportunity to shake our president's hand, and he rejected the hand of our president. That's phenomenal. That's a phenomenal shift of power. So what is this president really saying? Well, it's not borne out by our current policies. If you understand that you can redefine enemies, and they're already doing it. Chris Matthews yesterday said on TV that Ted Cruz is just trying to be like Jimmy Stewart. And Jimmy Stewart, Hitler liked those Jimmy Stewart movies. And he said he was a danger to our republic. We'll play the cut later. I can't take that guy. But he said that Ted Cruz is a danger to our republic. You're already hearing that from all of our media, that those anarchists, as Harry Reid says, the anarchists, they are redefining who the enemies are in the United States. Now, once we fail with our money, once we cause massive, massive problems with everybody else's economy because we have devalued our dollar, and you're already seeing this start to play out, we are the enemy. It puts the president in the position to say, I know. And that's what I've been trying to fix. And every president, every king, every dictator, everybody is going to agree that it's Israel. It's those damn Jews, and it's those Americans. It's the little Satan and the big Satan. I guarantee you guys this is coming. Big Satan and little Satan, they're the problems. That's what the Arab world will say. The rest of the world will say it's America and Israel, because Israel's just screwing everything up anyway. But America, they devalued our money. They pushed us into poverty, and it's all America's problems. And the president will be able to say again, I know. That's what I've been saying. I've been trying to fix it. But it's these guys over here, these constitutionalists, these free market guys, I'm telling you, this president is getting close to fulfilling something I said he would do by the end of his term, where he would just say, look, you can call me whatever name you want. You want to call me a communist, a socialist, whatever, Marxism. I can just tell you this system doesn't work. And so we're trying something new. I can guarantee you he is getting closer and closer to that every single day.